What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we're taking a look at Starfield here on Xbox Cloud Gaming, and I've been playing this game on my Series X, my Series S, and I've been on my PC as well. And while 30 FPS certainly isn't what I would typically go for, it's been okay in Starfield, and I definitely wanted to check out how it's running here on Xbox Cloud Gaming. So I did use the Edge browser for this because the game actually popped up there first for me before the Xbox app, which is what I usually use, but it actually worked pretty well here for Starfield. So let's launch in and take a look. As far as display settings, we don't have much option here as far as FPS or anything. Film grains down. We have motion blur and depth of field. Run that how you want. I have those off for the testing, but the game itself does run at 30 FPS. Our stream is 1080p 60, and even on consoles, this game is of course locked to 30 FPS as well. But it is a very stable 30 FPS, and even on the 60 FPS stream in the cloud, it's actually not too bad. And image quality compared to a lot of other titles that I've tested and seen on Xbox Cloud Gaming is a bit better. Now, with the compression of streaming and depending on bitrate they're using, which we have no access to adjust ourselves, they're going to vary per game as far as how pixelated something may look, how smooth it may run, how clear things look. And for Starfield, it seems like they're doing a pretty decent job here balancing out what the bitrate might be and how things are running to get decent enough image quality for the game, but keep input latency decent. But that doesn't mean it's perfect. It is cloud, it is 1080p, and it is 30 FPS, but I was still surprised at how well it was running. And image quality, again, is pretty good when you're on your ship or in other areas with text or small spots of font or stuff like that. It's not real fuzzy or messed up or you can't read it. It's actually pretty decent. The areas you might see the worst banding or pixelation issues are like these dark areas where you'll definitely see the color separation a lot more between the different blacks and that type of thing. It's kind of typical with some compressed streaming here, but all in all, decent image quality. Now, as far as input latency and getting into combat, things felt good, especially out in space during these battles. They're not super fast paced, at least a lot of the ones that I've done so far, and they seem to run really well here even at the 30 FPS, and the image is fairly clean and input latency feels decent. Of course, it's not going to feel like you're playing local, but it certainly felt like an improvement over a lot of other games I've played in the past on Xbox Cloud Gaming. And the same goes for combat down on the ground or in other areas as well. I hate to say it for cloud with the word snappy, but for Xbox Cloud Gaming and what I usually get, it did feel pretty snappy. Aiming wasn't really a problem, and I was even using a controller here, of course, because no keyboard and mouse on Xbox Cloud Gaming, and really didn't have any problems. As far as just navigating around and enjoying the game, I played about 2 hours on Xbox Cloud Gaming. It worked well, has its typical Xbox Cloud Gaming faults when it comes to the 1080p 60 and the 30 FPS gameplay and some pixelation and banding and stuff like that. But all in all, I thought it was a pretty clean presentation for them. It felt good the entire time I played it. I never had any disconnects or stutters or issues, and after playing for about an hour, I actually adapted to it pretty well and didn't have any trouble. And it's a good way for me to jump in quickly with my handhelds too, like the Steam Deck or the Ally, if I don't have the battery power, don't want to run those locally, and I have a good connection. But anyways, guys, this can vary depending on your internet, of course, and that type of thing, so let me know your experience in the comments down below. Thanks a lot for coming and check out the video as always. We really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.